Hi, today we are going to make easy bread for lazy boys, and it's a very easy recipe, and it's just we need to use only one pot, and this recipe we will be putting in the description below. All right, so let's start. So first what we are going to do is we are going to add boiling water and cold water so that it comes lukewarm water, so we no need to remember or put your finger in and check and everything. So it's very easy. And so I'm going to do 3 portion, and so for 3 portion I need 570 cold water, 570 hot water, so it's equal amount, right? So I'm going to put 570 ml cold water. Okay, it's already 570, and the balance 570 hot water. So it comes to exactly 1140. And so now what we are going to do is, the first step is to use the active yeast. Okay, and for this portion, for 3 portion, I need to put 3 teaspoon of active yeast. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. And so make sure it's leveled properly, and so exactly 3 teaspoon I'm going to put. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so after this is done, you just have to mix them with this water and let it dissolve. And so we're going to leave it for 10 minutes. So in between, only once or twice I'm going to stir it so it can be dissolved. Yeast has nicely dissolved for 10 minutes. And so now we are going to add the flour. The flour is actually, I'm making 3 portions, so it's 1350. So basically I use high grade flour. You can even use baker's flour and wholemeal flour. So the portion, you can do it according to your liking or according to the recipe. So now I'm making 3 portions, so it's 1350. So I'm going to put the wholemeal flour lesser and the high grade flour more. So right now it's 1350, so I'm going to put in, and the balance I'm going to put high grade flour. Remember I told it's just one pot. So what we're going to do now is, salt is 33 grams. So I'm just going to add the salt on top. I'm not going to mix with the water. I'm just going to add the salt on top, which is 33 grams. A little bit more. Yeah. What we are going to do now is just mix the salt with the flour on top so it gets mixed well. See, I'm not mixing with the water, just mix it like this so the salt get mixed with the flour. Then now is the interesting part. We are not going to knead, we are not going to do anything. It's a very easy recipe. So I'm just going. So as we are doing it, you can see the flour and the water is still not combined well. So after mixing it, you just keep turning the bowl and then just keep doing this, and then you can see the elasticity. So it is not blended well, so you have to do it until it blends very well, which I will show it to you after it's been nicely done. You can see the difference. Okay, so it's nicely mixed now. So if you can see, you can see the flour is coming out of the pot, as well as you can see how nice and stretchy it is. So this is how it has to be. So roughly around 2 to 3 minutes I did this, that's all. Okay, once you do this, you can see the stretchy part, and you can see even the flour is coming out easily from the pot, right? So once it comes to this state, you just clean it up nicely and put a cloth. Either put it near the sunlight or a warm place for 2 hours. Hi, now we have already kept for 2 hours the dough to rise, and it has come so beautifully risen. And you can see we no need to do anything, no mixture, no kneading, and this bread is awesome. No oil, no sugar, so it's a perfect, beautiful, healthy bread. Okay, so what we are going to do is we are not going to stir, we're not going to mix. So what we are going to do, we have already done this before, so we even measured, so it will come like 835 for per tin, 835 gram for per tin it is going to come. So you just take it like this. If you have a helping hand, you can ask somebody to cut with the scissors, otherwise you can just put it like this. So we have put only a baking paper below because this is a non-stick one, and it will come very beautifully after baking. So we will show you that later, but now we are measuring 835 gram per bread tin. So it comes like the outside supermarket we buy, the same size. So now it's 538. See how beautifully it comes. Why it doesn't stick that much? Because we put more wholemeal flour. Okay, so it's up to you. If you want it to more white bread, then you can put baker's flour. Otherwise you can just put more wholemeal flour. That is more, people prefer wholemeal, so then you can add wholemeal. So it's and now look at it, we have equally measured and it came 830 gram each. And it's nice to make all in one shape, so it's like the supermarket bread. And now, but of course it has a very beautiful conscious cooking here, so definitely it tastes better. Now what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to press it, I'm just going to dip my hand in the water slightly and make it level. So I just push it in the corner so the bread comes nice and square. And remember, this has no water, no oil, no sugar, nothing. It's only yeast, salt, flour. And so you just make it like that. And what we are going to do is, we are going to place it in the container like this. Okay, so the same thing I'm going to do for the rest as well. It's done. So what we have to do now is, we're going to cover this, not with this cover, but just with this cover. Okay, if we are baking the bread on the same day, after 8 hours we can bake them. But if we are not, we normally let it rise it over the fridge or chiller for 8 hours. So once it is being done, it will rise very well. So I'm going to close it nicely and put something heavy and put it in the fridge. But after 8 hours, we need to again take it out, and if possible put it near the sunlight or warm place so it will rise a bit, and you can see it has been risen. Then we bake it. So we will see you once this is ready on the next one, which will be tomorrow. Hi, today morning I took it and left it out. We had a beautiful sunlight, and so even though it's winter, and it has risen so well, and I kept it for 2 hours. If you don't have sunlight, then you can put it in the warmer place for 2 hours. Then once it's risen, then we are now going to bake. So what we did is, we have already preheat the oven 220 degrees for 10 minutes. So that is called preheat. So once that is done, then what we're going to do now is, we're going to place this water, a bowl which you can put it in the oven, a glass bowl for boiling water. And this we are going to leave it in the corner, right at the corner. Okay, this will help in the bread to come nice crunchy. So now what we're going to do, we're going to place the bread tin, which has already risen inside. And the bowl of water is in the corner. And we are going to bake it for 35 minutes. So we will see you after 35 minutes. Thank you. And the temperature is 220 degrees. Alright, 220 degrees for 35 minutes. Now it has been baked very well, and look at the bread, so beautifully it has come, and we have let it to cool down, and you can really feel the hollow feeling, you can get it, and it's really nicely done. And this has no oil, no sugar, only 4 ingredient bread, and it came so beautifully and very healthy too, this breads. So now I'm going to show you how nice it's inside. So you're going to cut it. So it also depends on, you have to have a bread knife, and then when you're cutting it, it all depends on what kind of sizes you want. And so then you can see, you can hear the crunchiness, isn't it? See how crunchy it is. And then you cut them. See? This is how it comes, and it's so beautiful, lots of bubbles and everything. And when you keep it nicely cut, we made 3, so 2 we put it in the freezer, and then we put it in the toaster, and when you toast it, you can really feel the crunchiness, and it's so nice. You can have it as a savory, you can have it as a sweet with butter and jam, and it's a wonderful, pleasant, and very easy way of doing the bread. Bye for now.